Ravens rookie Malachi Starks is already looking like a massive steal in this year's NFL draft, and it always feels like the Ravens find a way to steal someone in the draft, whether it be Mike Green, whether it be Malachi Starks, whether it be a guy like Kyle Hamilton falling to 14 or whatever he fell to when he was supposed to be a top 5 pick. They always just find a steal and take what they get, and it's always a great player. Malachi Starks seems like he is another one of those players. Now, he only played in 18 snaps during the preseason, and that tells us something huge. They trust in him already. They don't need to see him play an extended amount of time during the preseason because they already have the confidence in him that you would need. Now, on this play, this is going to be the only reception he gives up in the preseason. Again, only played, I believe, 18 snaps. That's it. Only 18 snaps. They don't need to see any more. Right, so we're going to get man here versus Tyler Warren, who's essentially going to run right before that linebacker, stop, and then kind of push back to the inside here. And as Malachi Starks in this off coverage, very reliable tackler. I do like him versus tight ends because he's a reliable tackler, and as the tight end gets this short little stick route, he's able to secure the tackle and drive him back a couple of yards. But in this video, what I really wanted to do was break down a couple of these snaps, right? Again, a small sample size, but it actually gives me a good idea of how much they like this dude. They didn't want to risk injury. They didn't need to see anything, right? So that tells me a lot. Very reliable tackler in space. Absolute dog coming out of Georgia. No pun intended. But let me know how you guys feel about this overall rookie class. We've already broken down Mike Green. He looks great. We've broken down Aeneas Peebles. I mean, he is unbelievable. And now Malachi Starks. I feel like we needed to get this video in because I haven't done it already. So let's get it in. Let's see how he looks. And let's talk about it. So hit the like button, subscribe, let's dive in. He doesn't do anything on this play, but I really like the line of communication from a rookie here. These are leadership qualities that you just want to see in your guy. Now, he's at the top of your screen right here. So as he kind of bites down to the line of scrimmage, he doesn't really have anyone specifically he needs to guard. But once they pre-snap motion him across the field, right, we need to be able to communicate with this DB because there's two ways you can play this. Either you get the inside release or we just man it up, right? So essentially on this play, it looks like, let's see what the communication looks like. So boom, here comes a pre-snap motion right here. So first thing we notice is we communicate, right? He's talking, he's like, hey, we're gonna man up here. Okay, we're not gonna get inside or outside, we're gonna man up. Now essentially what that means is no matter what, he's going to be covering 6 and he's going to be covering the outside weapon. Now they could switch it, which essentially means if this guy breaks this all the way around and this guy has a slant, you take the inside and you take the outside. Now that can confuse rookies at times, and it can really create big plays for an offense if you do it wrong. So they're going to stay in man. You're going to see him off coverage just to give him more space to cross if he needs it. And that's exactly what happened. So again, they run it. It doesn't even matter. Doesn't do anything here. But look at the burst, right? I love how the work ethic is always on go mode. Look at him right here, right? Once he sees the run, he just goes, right? Go, go, go. Until we know the running back's on the ground. I like the effort level. I think Malachi Starks is a really good leader. I think it's already happening, man. He's already becoming that guy. So definitely a good sign. I can see why the Ravens didn't want to play him too much. Another interesting rep here. He's going to get a one-on-one matchup with rookie Tyler Warren at the top side. Now, they're just running a clear out or a go ball here. Now, usually these are what we call yes-no reads here for a quarterback. If they really like their matchup, in some cases they will, some cases they won't. But it kind of seems like they didn't like the matchup at all. Watch Tyler Warren's route here. I mean, he gets absolutely clamped up. There's no speed advantage. It might be a little bit of a size advantage. But Malachi Starks clamps it up from the minute it even starts. The play starts. They don't even look at it. Normally, quarterbacks will actually just throw this right away because they like their tight end or their wide receiver more than like their DB. But it shows respect, right? And you can actually see him. Now, I can't tell. He's actually probably looking right here. But it looks like he might even be looking at it. He's like, you know what? I'm not throwing that ball. Malachi Starks all over it. Nothing there. Great play by Jalen Armour Davis, who I believe is on a new team now. I'm actually not too sure. And I could be totally wrong about that. But, again, good play there by Malachi Starks. Nothing was there. The NFL season is officially here, which means we both have a chance to up to 100 times your money on the sleeper app this year, and I haven't had this much fun in a while. And honestly, look at what they're offering. Okay, if you use my promo code right now, Matty, you're gonna get a up to $100 match deposit, right? So essentially what that means is if you put down $50, they're gonna give you $50 free to use, right? Or if you put down 100, they'll give you $100 free. Honestly, it just makes sense to at least go try again. Use my promo code. It's gonna be in the description and in the comment section. And I wanted to give you my pick for the day. Now, the first thing that we see here, guys, look at Dak Prescott. Over half a passing yards. I mean, this is free money. Okay, now we have to pair that up with something we really like. And for me, I really like, and you can go through whatever you want, right? You can pair that up with anything. I really like Jameson Williams this year. And his line at 50 yards versus Green Bay, probably going to be a really competitive game. This is easy. He can hit this in one catch. Okay, so I'm going to keep it as simple as that. You get a free pick and you get a match deposit up to $100. Guys, go check this out if you haven't. I'm just going to put 10 on it. I'm going to put 10 on it. It can win 30. Let's do it. Let me know in the comments what you guys end up putting in. And let's see if we can get some money this year, man. Let's go. Look at this play by Malachi Starks right here. This is beautiful. Let me move my screen to the left side here. Now, he's in what we call a midfield close. We know that the Baltimore Ravens love to play cover zero, which means you blitz everybody, right? However, on this play, they're going to show it. They're not going to run it. They're going to drop back into coverage. But because he's in that midfield close, we're going to see a couple of routes. I believe this one goes over the middle, and this one's more like up the seam here. So whenever you're playing an offensive scheme like this or a route concept like this, you got to be wary, because yes, you can bite down on this, but if you allow this to get down the field, it could be dangerous, right? So I want you to keep an eye on Malachi Starks here as they drop back. They don't really send pressure. Now again, he slightly bites up on this route, but he doesn't overcommit to it, okay? And that's what the quarterback's looking at. 32, which I believe is Trenton Simpson, does a really good job playing that. Turns around and runs with it. Okay, so does a really good job taking that away. Joe Milton then moves to this next seam route. Now he throws it. The only guy here, right, 27 makes a good break. TJ Tampa. But watch Malachi Starks, okay? Tampa overcommits in front, and it doesn't look like he would have caught it anyway, but look at our guy. Even if he did catch it, he was getting boomsticked. Great job by Malachi Starks. He's got that sideline to sideline speed. Woo! Love that right there, man. Love it. Love that speed. Love that aggressiveness. This dude is a killer. Last play, we'll show you. He comes up into kind of like a nickel, where he's close to that line of scrimmage. Now, they like to utilize him in these situations because he's a good blitzer. He's a good guy that can get to the quarterback, and we got kind of inside leverage to the wide receiver here because, again, we're just blitzing. We're getting to the quarterback off the snap. Now, Daniel Jones gets a little bit of pre-snap motion with this tight end. They got 12 personnel, 1 running back, 2 tight ends. And as we snap this ball, there's no chip and release. You see a tight end doesn't chip and then release. He just gets out onto his route. On this side, it looks like he probably is on a chip or just on a blocking assignment. So he chips and then releases. Okay, so you got chip and release to the bottom side, no chip and release to the top side. And Malachi Starks gets a great opportunity here in a one-on-one with the running back. Is able to blow him up and get pressure on Daniel Jones. He does ultimately complete that pass to Tyler Warren. But a really good job by Malachi Starks. This guy can get pressure on the quarterback from the nickel or just close to the line of scrimmage, whether it be safety or nickel, whatever it may be. He's a guy that can get to the quarterback. So they're going to utilize this dude in a multitude of different ways, and I'm excited to see how good he is this year, man. So hit the like button, subscribe, join the family, turn on post notifications, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.